All right, it's time for some SpaceX news. SpaceX posted to meet the growing global demand for high-speed internet, Starlink is expanding its factory in Bastrop, Texas.
So they're making 15,000 Starlink terminals a day.
That's 5 million plus a year.
And Elon said, that's awesome. It is awesome.
He went on to say, I think this will be the most efficient and fastest PCB line in the world later this year, less than 2-second cycle time.
Holy crap.
Elon Musk posted Starlink starting on United Airlines.
And United Airlines posted the world's fastest, most reliable Wi-Fi in the sky. Starlink has officially landed on our first aircraft with the rest of our fleet to follow. So yeah, 40 plus planes per month will be following this.
Yeah, you're supposed to be able to get it from the gate to the gate. So that'll be really nice.
That'd be really. Do you think you have to pay for it?
Well, it's part
Sign up for a special. Yeah, are you a United Members Gold member?
Exactly. It's one of their membership plans. It's not a bad one, though, I bet, if you're getting Wi-Fi.
That's true.
You're seeing here Botswana's president, Duma Boko, touring SpaceX's headquarters in Hawthorne, California, ahead of the launch of the African nation's launch of their first ever satellite, BotSat-1, aboard a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket last Sunday.
BotSat-1 was developed with EnduroSat and Botswana International University of Science and Technology and is equipped with a hyperspectral camera payload, which will be used to gather key data on the contents of grounds and soils.
This information will directly benefit Botswana's local agriculture and mining industries by providing insights that can improve resource management, optimize farming practices, and enhance mining operations. And you know, the reason that these countries can do this is because it's so cheap now.
Right. Normally getting on a rocket was very expensive because they had to throw the whole rocket away. And because Falcon 9 has a reusable booster, that brings down the cost.
SpaceX posted, in addition to continued infrastructure development at Starbase, Texas, where SpaceX is headquartered, SpaceX is expanding its Starship operations in Florida, bringing Starship production and launch capabilities to the Space Coast. So what are we talking about? What kind of infrastructure is SpaceX going to be building in Florida?
Well, SpaceX already started. Site preparations for Gigabay in Florida have already begun.
Wait, what's Gigabay? Is that like a new eBay site where Elon is making this so you can bid on like SpaceX rockets?
No. Gigabay will stand 380 feet tall with 46 million cubic feet of interior volume to support Starship and Super Heavy vehicles up to 81 meters or 266 feet tall. It'll have cranes that can lift up to 400 tons.
Okay, so this is like the Mega Bay at Starbase then.
Even bigger. Gigabay will have 11 times more workspace and more than twice the crane lifting capability. The construction of Gigabay is already underway and should be operational by the end of next year. And SpaceX is going to simultaneously be building a Gigabay at Starbase as well. SpaceX is also going to build rockets in Florida like they do at Star Factory in Texas. This will increase the rate of Starship production because, as we know, Elon wants to produce and launch 1,000 Starships in the next decade to make life multiplanetary.
Wait, so SpaceX will be making and launching Starship from the Kennedy Space Center in Florida soon?
Yes. In the short term, SpaceX says we will first transport completed Super Heavy boosters and Starship upper stage ships from Starbase via barge to build up a Starship fleet in Florida. SpaceX is building a Starship launch and catch site at Launch Complex 39A at Kennedy Space Center, and SpaceX says SpaceX intends to conduct Starship's first Florida launch from Launch Center 39A in late 2025.
Wait, that's this year?
Yeah.
They're going to barge them up the coast?
Yeah, I mean, why not? You couldn't really put them on the highway.
Like they used to do with Falcon 9.
Yeah, Falcon 9's kind of on the limit there.
Wow, so 3 locations then, California, Texas, Florida. Kind of like with Megapack factories, like they're spreading out. This is great, less weather dependent, right? And I think this is going to make SpaceX more mainstream now that it's going to be launching from Kennedy Space Center. You won't be able to ignore it. And then I think we're also forgetting about the intercontinental Starship and going to the moon. I think no one really knows what's going on here. And I think people's minds are going to be blown when they start to realize what is actually happening. Because a lot of times you hear about something and then it takes 10 years. Here it's taken 10 years, but no one heard about it.
I think that the other thing that could happen is space stations.
Yeah.
For so long, we've had one space station. Why?
Yeah.
We can have so many more. Starship could really make that possible and really affordable.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the moon hotels. So there's been a lot of controversy about whether, as Elon said on Joe Rogan a couple weeks ago, that he offered President Biden to send a Crew Dragon to rescue astronauts Butch and Suni.
Some people just couldn't believe that Biden would have refused such an offer, but Elon has maintained that's what happened.
Now, one of the astronauts, Butch Wilmore, has confirmed it.
So My question relates to Elon Musk has said that he made the offer to bring you guys back earlier and that it was denied. My first question is that true? And if so, what would that have looked like? Was he offering to make another flight, push seats on another flight? Could you give us some background there?
I can only say that Mr. Musk, what he says is absolutely factual.
So, yeah, that's what happened. Elon's a good guy. He offered to go help. And now he's helping.
And they said no.
Starship 8 launched last Thursday, March 8th. And Starship, which is Ship 34, encountered a problem where 4 of the 6 engines shut down prematurely at T+8 minutes, which led to a loss of attitude control, and the spacecraft began to spin out of control, which actually was really cool. I mean, I hate to see that happen, but because there's Starlink on board, we could see that it happening in real time, which was amazing.
Super Heavy Booster 15 returned successfully to the tower and was caught by the Mechazilla arms.
Once again, we're going to ignite first the Center 13 engines. We should see that coming up here momentarily.
Engines in startup.
This is going to come down to 3 engines as the booster slows down for its landing. And we just heard the sonic boom. What an incredible sight to see the Super Heavy booster gliding down into the chopstick arms once again.
The rapid, unscheduled disassembly
I just saw that Starship blew up. There it is.
of Starship could be seen from the Bahamas, Florida, Jamaica, and Turks and Caicos.
The FAA issued ground stops at local airports in Florida, including Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Palm Beach, and Orlando, out of caution, and ordered SpaceX to conduct a mishap investigation and grounded further flights until the inquiry is complete.
Elon said that this was barely a bump in the road, so it seems SpaceX will have answers soon.
Now, it's too bad this mission wasn't a success, because one of the things SpaceX was going to test was the PEZ dispenser on Starship, and they were going to deploy 4 Starlink simulators, a launch system for the satellites. It'll be able to put a lot more satellites into orbit.
Elon said, rockets are hard.
He said, in fact, one of the hardest technology problems ever, but it must be done. And on March 7th, he posted, it was an upper stage ship failure, to be honest, but we learned a good amount in building the new ship design and flight.
He said it's not easy making life multiplanetary. Today was a minor setback. Progress is measured by time. The next ship will be ready in 4 to 6 weeks.
And he said a good chance of catching a ship this year should become normal next year. So I just want to point out, it's now becoming normal to catch the Super Heavy booster, which seems incredible to think of. And then he's saying soon won't think of anything about catching a Starship. That's amazing. And check this out. Dan Watt, who is a SpaceX employee, said, did not think this shot would exist. Basically the most extreme environment on Earth. But the guys on our team hack stuff together, and the end result is like watching an alien mothership leave Earth.
Wow, look at that. And SpaceX posted view underneath the launch mount as Super Heavy's 33 Raptor engines ignite on Starship's 8th flight test.
So, I mean, not only do you get to see it just sitting there getting ready to go, but then just like the slow liftoff. I mean, who would have dreamed you could get that angle? What kind of glass did they put in front of it?
Thick glass.
And I know after looking at SpaceX rockets, it may not seem that impressive, but here is SpaceX's airplane. It's a Boeing 737. SpaceX employee Logan Pierce said, not a bad commute and not a bad looking plane either. Hey everybody, thanks so much for watching Now You Know Clips.
You can watch full episodes of Tesla Time News on Tuesdays and in-depths on Fridays. Just click the link down below and head over to the Now You Know channel.